Hey, what's up? I wanted to do a video about these companies, these reactivation companies will charge you to help you get your deactivated account back and talk about if they're worth it or not. So I was looking into one of these that the rideshare professor promoted. I don't know why he promotes this one because rideshare professor has his own called Gig Rocket, but this one was interesting to me because of the disclaimer that you have to click that you read before you pay the $69. This company is called Activation Hero. If you feel you've been unfairly deactivated, let Activation Hero help you. And they've got all these different companies to choose from. $69 for them to do whatever they do. I'll show you what they say they do. They're shipped. Dasher Binge just got deactivated on Shipped, and he's the most by-the-book company man gig tuber I've ever seen. He's totally against, like, the no tip, no trip, and messing with the customers for not tipping. And I couldn't believe that when I saw that he got deactivated for anything. So they've got DoorDash on here. I'm deactivated on DoorDash. I was looking at this the other day and I'm like, I wonder if I should just do it, pay the $69 and just as a YouTube investment. But let me show you after I fill this stuff out and go to the next page you got to see that disclaimer, because as soon as I saw the disclaimer, I just clicked the little red X up in the corner and closed my laptop, and there's no way I was going to pay the money. So here's the little disclaimer that you have to click. You have to check that box before you can actually check out and pay your $69. And I'm not going to read this whole statement, but it's in a nutshell. It says that they're not lawyers. You should probably use a lawyer, and they're going to do is mail a letter for you. And they're not going to do anything else after that. And there's no refunds, it says. So it says Activation Hero will not take any action on your behalf other than preparing a letter and mailing said letter to the registered agent of the deactivating company. It's saying all the stuff that it's not going to do, and it even says again, like, that they will not do any more than that. Mail them a letter. So I was thinking, like, would that even help? And rideshare professor claims they know the address to the legal departments of the company. Well, to me, it's the same thing as clicking request a review and writing in the little box what your argument is and why you shouldn't have been deactivated. Especially since, how many letters do you think they're getting from this company and just sticking them right in the paper shredder when they see? They probably don't even read it anymore now that it's, after it had been going on for a while. Maybe the first 5 people that used it, possibly could have intimidated one of these companies to turn your account back on, especially if it was really bullshit. But it seems like they activate more people for bullshit reasons than they do for legitimate. Like, it's crazy how often people get cut off of these apps. All of them. The rides and the deliveries and everything. So I just wanted to do this video, buyer beware. I was looking on the Gig Rocket, Rideshare Professor's own company, and it didn't have a thing like that. I couldn't find a disclaimer that was that disheartening. You know, when I read that, I'm like, oh, no way. There's no way I would. $69 isn't a lot, and I could have made it, you know, done it, you know, some YouTube videos on it and had some content on it, but it still wasn't. As soon as I read that, I was like, no way. There's no way it'll help one bit. And all it is a letter that the companies know just came from some service that is basically probably scamming you, in my opinion. So this one for sure is, I think, was a total ripoff. The Activation Hero. After reading that little disclaimer that you have to agree to. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. I haven't seen anybody have an opinion on those companies, and people have suggested Rideshare Professor to me on my, you know, when I initially got deactivated and ripped off the money. And I talked to him on an actual phone call, and he just told me to get it on the news. Was his only advice, was to call the local news and get it on the news. And he had no other suggestions for me to try to get the $1,700 back. So anyway, that's all I have on this subject. So just buyer beware. Make sure that you read that full paragraph. Don't just click on it and because you're in a hurry to try to get reactivated. Make sure you read that paragraph, because after I got through half of it, I knew there was no way in hell I was going to try it. So, all right, that's it for now. We'll talk soon. Later.